So in the mayor's absence, I'm going to go ahead and call our meeting to order. It is 6:02, and we'll start with roll call. We know the mayor's not here. Elijah Ajayi may be on the way. Jennifer Capers.
Present.
Christian Green.
Present.
Chris Seabrook here. Joyce Walker.
Here.
Andrew Chamberlain.
Here.
And Laren.
Yes, I'm here. We have a quorum.
Fantastic. So now we do a roll call. If everyone has had an opportunity to read over the agenda, I will take a motion to approve the agenda.
Oh,
That would be
the
it.
other one. Yeah, I read over the other one. Yeah.
I
second it.
Did you motion?
I motion.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So we've got a motion and a second. There's no discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. And we have public comments. And I guess I'm supposed to read this. So overall limit in public comments is 20 minutes, limited to 2 minutes per speaker. Speakers can only speak once in public comments. Public comments are restricted to topics regarding the Stonecrest Development Authority. And
Does anybody have anything?
any takers on speakers? Public? All right, easy. Okay. All right. So the next agenda item would be approval of the meeting minutes. So has everybody had an opportunity to read over the last meeting minutes? I will take a motion then to approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Move that we approve the minutes from the last meeting.
Do we have a second?
I second.
Any discussion? Fantastic. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes. And now we'll go to the Film and Entertainment Commission update.
So the Film and Entertainment Commission met with Mall and new thing in last month to talk, and Parks and Rec, to talk about hosting the Light Up Stonecrest event at the mall. However, Mayor and Gia felt that at this time, Light Up Stonecrest should stay at Browns Mill. So they are entertaining other events to help host. One of those is the Caribbean Fest. Again, there is discussion over that. I did share with them in that meeting that the mall was none too pleased over the, I think Greg and Vaughn can attest to this, over the lack of picking up of trash from the last event. And I told them that they would definitely have to address that in their plans, need to see that in order for the commission to back that. So yeah, that is it. They have approved backing the Caribbean Fest. And the majority of it is actually not at the fall area. It's actually over at the sports facilities, things like that.
When is the anticipated date for that?
June.
Okay. Oh, okay.
It'll be Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. With the more risque version of Caribbean Fest being at the Fest.
Would it be similar to the previous run where it kind of went down Mall Parkway and then?
No, actually, that entire piece will be over at the
So the mall area would just be kind of for parking.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was also with the caveat that that it would be focused on local vendors, and if they did anything around the mall, that the vendors that were in and or around the mall were ones who were recipients of money cities coming in, putting up their
Do we have I don't know if we do it or if the mall would do it, but is there a plan to kind of take some of that traffic to actually drive it into the mall? 'Cause if they're doing all of the activities at the park, then what gets them to spend the mall, spend money in that area?
That's actually a discussion to be had with the mall first, just to make sure that mall is in the favor.
Yeah.
Because the last that I knew, that would be a challenging topic. So,
So they're just gonna park at the mall, that's what you're saying?
no, they would have it in 3 different locations. So I'll share that with you in the next, update. From that, once we get that. I just got final approval.
And then for the restaurants, they'll get some sort of notification as well so that they can kind of make sure that staffing and stuff is taken care of.
Yeah. And then from the standpoint of what we talked about was, them allowing the restaurants in the area to potentially offer dishes that are more in the Caribbean style. Everything, and so that way we're driving, again, traffic there, not to other smaller vendors and food trucks and things like that that aren't. So it's up to, like, again, the mall, hopefully if the food court would be open at that time, there might be an opportunity to just if they take advantage of that.
Was it a criteria last year when we had it?
There was no, it didn't happen last
It
year.
did not happen.
No, there was a discrepancy over parking,
No.
so.
When we did have it, it brought a lot of people out. So, a lot of people out.
I remember that.
Did we have a
2018.
criteria that it had to be Stonecrest vendors only?
It did have that, yes.
You did.
That was something that was very specific with them, with that.
Okay.
I remember it did have a lot of traffic, I think it was 2018,
Something like that.
yes.
The filming, I know that the festival itself actually does filming and stuff like that to promote the event or to showcase the activities and stuff. Do we have a plan to kind of capture some of that footage to be able to say,
Well, that's what the Film and Entertainment Commission is actually
Okay.
set to do, both that and to use the money within its budget to promote
Mhm.
Stonecrest for events and things like that. So we'll work with
and I'm saying like during the actual event so that there's footage and stuff like that, so we can say, yeah, okay.
that we were there, or that it
Yeah,
happened.
right. That
Right.
it was real.
Yep.
People
This actually
showed up.
happened here.
Yeah.
Stonecrest. Yeah, that's the major point. Purpose
Love
of
it.
the Film and Entertainment. Vaughn, you had something to say?
Well, I was just gonna add the context because it was our staff that actually worked with them to plan.
Yep.
The event, the 17 and 18.
Yeah.
City staff wasn't really in place at that point in time. We're the ones who recruited them.
Yep.
To come to Stonecrest. And so first year was great, everything that was agreed to, because of the contract, because they essentially rent space.
Yeah.
From us to host it there, just like other festivals. So they met, all the criteria. The second year was much larger. And so again, the festival was great, the cleanup was,
Yeah,
and so, after the fact, per the contract, all of our parking lots have to be returned to the same condition before we open the next day. And so, the planning team exited, their cleanup guy didn't show up. And so then
that 2018 or not?
that was the last one, which was 18 and 19.
18.
And so, the last one that we held at the mall.
Okay.
And so what ended up happening, mall management had to hire a vendor to come in and clean up at our cost. And so, of course, you can't come back after that. So, I mean, just because there's different planning teams, so I think there's got to be some, reconciliation, right, of that and some reassurances because we're operating businesses and, $10,000 or $20,000 doesn't make up for what you lose the perception of your customer arrive on Sunday morning and they're parking correct.
Yes.
Right, so, and what it cost us, there was no effort hey, you made a mistake, what did this cost you? And so since, as Craig will tell you, with the urban retail, he's the CEO of Urban, find that out. I need a personal feel, because I miss them all to do this. And so it's not my name that it gets there. And so, unless we have some conversation, it's not like that. We'll be able to get the support.
One of the things that I made as a stipulation with them, and it would be in the contract, was that it wasn't gonna be one cleanup. It was at the end of every single night, no different than New York and Times Square,
That would be good.
that every single night, that it is clean. And in the event that at the end of each night, it is not clean, they don't come back. So that is part of the stipulations, and that I let them know, I was pretty blunt that, I knew that there was some pretty harsh feelings about how they left the place, and they reassured me that they would agree to those terms. And so, but again, it is both in part with mall and then with Parks and Rec, because in order to use the athletic complex, they plan to go until 2 o'clock with the parade on that Saturday at the athletic complex, and then shut down because the mayor's Juneteenth event starts at 4 and ends at 10. And that they plan to ramp back up afterwards. I told them that gives you 2 hours or less than 2 hours to clean your stuff up before the mayor has her event, which I don't think is probably likely to do. So yes.
So I just also offer, for context and consideration, but sometimes what happens is the people who actually worked on it aren't asked what the sore spots were.
Right.
Things of that nature. So for us in the mall area that have businesses and run businesses there, part of the challenge is if they don't follow the traffic plan, the parking plan and other protocols, their customers can't get to the mall.
Yep.
So if somebody wants to go to Macy's and the parking lots are full, or we have a traffic jam, nobody can get to Macy's and nobody can get, so those things become complaints. So just because you have 20,000 people descend on the mall, if no one can get there to commerce with the other businesses in the mall, it's just better not to have. And so the plan has to be clearly followed, no matter where you do it, whether you do it, at the mall or on Covington, because you'll hear, if it's a traffic jam over there, Walgreens and everybody else will say, my customer couldn't get here.
Right.
Things of that nature. So those are, some of the challenges, because people will park wherever they want, they'll drive over curbs, they'll move turnstiles. And so the traffic plan and some of those other challenges definitely have to be fully embraced.
Well, and if you're okay with it, I plan to have you as part of it, if in fact you were in agreement with these pieces of this, while the Film and Entertainment Commission can back it, because you are one of the main locations for this, you have to be in agreement yourselves in order to move forward with it. So
it is a great event for the city. So I'm not
Yeah.
trying to pour water on it.
Right.
I'm saying that the logistics have to be put together and honored so that it could stay nice.
That's got people to direct traffic, and that's what I remember. I remember being part of it for
what I told
a long, I took a detour, just said, I don't even think I went where I was planning on going. I couldn't get there. I actually waited, and I thought, okay, I chose the wrong street. So, yeah, I think they have to have people include that, 'cause I remember that, I'm like, who's directing to let you know when to go, when you have an opportunity or break.
Well, that's part of the communications plan, the logistics plan for the entire thing. And the one thing I will applaud them for was that they came at the commission last week, in October, instead of, it seems in Stonecrest, a lot of times, there's a 2 weeks beforehand, or a 48-hour notice, and for parks and, not parks, but planning and zoning, it's a 90-day minimum. Now I can manage to get through the system faster a lot faster, but in this case, I told them I appreciated the fact that they gave us such a long window to handle the logistics and the communications plan, because I think that probably the largest problem that occurred in 18 and 19 was probably more on the logistics, the fire life safety side, and then the city's communications plan. And since the city was so new at that point in time, I think that you had the internal logistics and the internal handling piece of it that probably was not prepared for those kinds of things. So we'll make it happen. It will, I think that because we have such a big window, I think that we can accomplish. And it will be all right. They're also anticipating only 3,000 people, 20,000 people. So although they said that they're ramping it back up. So I think that, to start at 3,000 and then work your way up to back to the 15,000 or whatever it is.
How did they control that? Is that just it hadn't happened, so it kind of died down and?
Yeah.
Okay.
They lost the momentum.
So if they plan for 3,000 and let's just say 6,000 show up,
Your logistics plans and all of your communication to the citizens is one piece, and then the marketing piece is another piece. So, from an event standpoint, if you market for 3,000 and you get 6,000, it's a win. But if your logistics plan and your communication to the citizens itself isn't in place and they're not aware, then you've got a bigger issue. So
Who handles security on there? Security, who handles?
I don't know. Well, it's going to be the cab on that piece
Oh,
until we get the police
Hmm.
in here.
this may be a question for Vaughn. For cleanup, does that have to be professionally done, or is it their team, or who would generally be responsible for that?
You have to hire a company that has the equipment, because it's not just getting the items up. You have to have dumpsters where it to go, how to handle the refuse, where it goes, once it's used. And so there are companies that have to contract. So it's a lot bigger than people think, because the mall is 83 acres. And so you think it's just this one parking lot where the event is, but people are parking all over. So you can't pick up with human power that type of trash in one night. And the event's over, by the time they break down the stage and everything, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. Even if they start cleaning right away, it's still sunlight before they're done. And so that's where the logistical challenge comes in. So if the person doesn't come, they don't come on time. The mall employees on a Sunday, so it was on a Saturday. The mall employees are, we open at noon. They're coming in at 8:00. So then if they can't park, if they, vendors are bringing business owners, so it becomes kind of and then you got the anchors who feel a certain kind of way because the anchors own the majority of the parking lot. So if people come and although, let's say we hosted it in one of these, which is now it's on the duplex side, usually in Pretty. So in that triangle is where we hosted it. But people are gonna park in the Macy's lot. People are gonna park in the Dillard's lot. They're gonna leave trash everywhere. They're gonna take their, juice or whatever it is, and they walk around the corner and they're gonna park. Macy's doesn't have anything to do with bridge investment, but you better believe when the manager comes in, if that parking lot is a certain kind of way, they're calling all the way down to Florida to Craig and his team at their headquarters saying, what the heck?
And because of the reciprocal use agreement that we have with each one of those anchors, they have the right to do something.
it's that thorough and tight,
Yes,
security, logistics. I mean, all of those levels.
there's gotta be.
Convince them. I mean, it should be anyway, because then it comes back to, the community now.
We're at one.
So I see, executive session.
Yeah.
Call for motion to go into it.
So I will take a motion to go into executive session.
It's like it's to discuss a real estate matter.
Oh, excuse me. I will take a motion to go into executive session to discuss real estate matters.
Second.
But we need a motion.
There's a motion.
I need a mo, you can't make the motion.
No.
I make a motion that we move to executive session to discuss real estate matters.
Okay.
I thought she was coaching.
It's been properly moved and seconded. We will go into executive session. Oh, I'm sorry. All in favor? Say aye. Any opposed? Say nay. All right, we will go into executive session at 6:24 PM.
You stop recording, Jeanette? And is there anybody from the general public that are here right now? Yeah. The fun stuff.
Come back.
Yeah.
I'm a sorry, like, come back and then you get to talk to them. No, and I'm kidding.
Fine.
Oh.
Do we need to sign
Tell me
this?
over there, no.
We will, we'll sign that at the end, yes, you can start signing it now. It's just to attest that we followed the executive session rules, that we only talked about executive session items.
All right, we signed, so now you.
Yeah.
Lock in.
It is an affidavit, so you are swearing.
I used to say it like that. No,
Yes.
just kidding.
Got real.
I know. You're signing.
Yes, that is what it's about. Thank you, madam. Yeah. You may need to sign as the vice chair I just saw his name.
Because
Oh, so I signed
she's
up in
not
front.
here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to sign. I'll just scratch her name out because she wouldn't be able to attest to something. if She was not here.
Signed twice, now I'm like doubling.
That's true. People do that all the time. huh?
All
They
the time.
swear they know, but was not present.
So anytime I see that,
I'm still recording.
We on camera, so they got evidence of that first part.
Jeanette, can you pause recording?
Can you? Javaz, Jamaz, what's his name? You know. Well, you can't hear it anyway. I guess we have to wait.
It's recorded.
Okay.
All right, thank,
All right, I'll take a motion to exit executive sessions for real. Do I still say that? Yeah, to exit executive sessions for real estate discussion.
You want a motion?
Motion.
Make a
please.
motion that we exit the session for discussing real estate, executive session for discussing real estate.
Do
I
we have a
second
second?
that motion.
Been properly moved and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, say nay. We are officially out of executive session.
One ball roll.
No.
Finally, I don't like a nurse.
we rested for a year.
I just don't like a nurse.
I understand.
I don't mind people ask me, I just can plan.
this is the training that we did, last time.
Training we did
This
last,
is just kind of a
Did
refresher.
you do this last year?
I feel like we did with
we
the,
never got our certificate.
Did you never?
I didn't get
What
those
time
emails.
is it? You didn't email me?
No,
I didn't get
we didn't get ours. They said.
I don't have access to that email right now, but I think she,
Well, like you, then we didn't get ours.
Because she said, when we called, they said,
okay, I didn't get it there. I thought
I thought they were gonna get one.
No,
This
you
is
think,
No, you said she's gonna mail
she,
it.
yeah. So it was a virtual training, I think, and I'm pretty sure it was from, the University of Georgia.
Okay, good. So you've already done it. I just wanted to make sure that everybody had gone through it and
But would
If
you
you have-
please get our certificate from them?
I will message him and find out what's going on there.
Should we fill this out just in case
Just
we
in
need to
case.
do it?
Sure.
Case is something different.
yeah,
But we did do one. Never got our certificate, promises.
we gone.
I forgot.
I mean, it would be a good refresher, so.
It would be, because that first, we were new then.
Yeah, we're very new.
We were trying to keep up.
Well, and then there's an advanced class, but they haven't posted that time yet. So, yeah.
Stonecrest Development, okay.
That's who you were.
I can't see, I need to put my
I
glasses on.
don't, they're gonna send once I have your information, I'm gonna register you tomorrow. And then, we will go and, you should get a link.
That's the business, right?
3120 Stonecrest Boulevard.
So just put business address, I mean, because I'm.
You don't even have to worry about the business address piece if you don't need to.
I'm gonna put in-
I'll sit there and fill you all in on.
Okay.
This is 38,
What's that?
30038 or?
Yeah, 38. Just your email address. You don't have to worry about the address itself or
We
anything,
just
but your
members,
email
right?
address.
No, your, are you second?
He's treasurer, the treasurer,
Are we just members?
and we just members.
Hello.
You're more than a member.
I like it that way. I'd rather have people looking for me.
Yeah, the
She's
tele-
the treasurer,
Is that our telephone
he's the
number?
vice chair.
I didn't get your number.
You gotta use your number.
Oh,
You
my
gotta
number.
use Your number, not mine.
I want you guys to.
Don't,
You have any
got
more business?
space.
What's that?
Put the stuff on the agenda.
Oh, committee member
I don't
comments.
know why I put space.
Let's just email.
We just put in the work phone, my phone, number, personal phone number.
Yeah,
You put your personal phone, that way if they have any reason to contact you. they'll-
Remember, y'all were using a
I
different
didn't put-
email
the
address.
city was supposed to-
no, we got our other ones, remember, after we took that class?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. We changed our email.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't have my readers on.
I'm gonna put Stonecrest right here.
We didn't get that number, we got that part.
And I'm the treasurer. I don't know if you have to put that. I have to
Yeah.
watch y'all.
Okay, well, it's a title.
I know.
That's that T deal,
The.
the T.
Right, big T.
Yeah.
No, the
Yes,
T,
ma'am,
that thing,
you're all
that last
good.
meeting we had. Any movement on that?
What's that?
It was the T,
The coffee.
the coffee shop.
Oh, that's still being worked out as far as you just don't wanna go. Right, yeah, you are.
Who is this young lady?
She's my law school intern. She's in the second year of law school.
Oh,
And so
okay.
she's been working with me.
Oh, very
Oh,
good.
Yes, come be with us.
She's coming to my meeting to learn more about local government representation.
Very good.
Oh, welcome.
Well, you came at the right time, because now we starting to, we have. You may not got, you've been a little quiet, but now,
I told you it was gonna start heating up.
you did say that.
One of the ones that when they have the whole.
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Very cool, so
Back to you.
Are we, we're adjourning now?
Unless you have committee member.
Any, committee member comment?
Look at him, no.
No, nothing? Okay, great. Well, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
I motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye. Any opposed, say nay. Fantastic. We are adjourned at 8:29.
Can we stay a little bit? You want to play
On
with
time.
that?
What?
6, so.
2.5 hours. 2.5 hours.
That's a record.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's,
Is that the long?
Why, Rick?
I think that's the